Before we dive in, I want you to take a moment and think about someone in your life. Maybe a coworker, a friend, or a relative who never really did anything wrong, yet you just don't like being around them. You might avoid conversations, feel a little tense when they're nearby, or leave interactions feeling drained. Now, here's the uncomfortable thought. What if someone else feels the same way about you? This talk might make some of you shift in your seats because the behaviors I'm about to discuss happen all around us every single day, often without anyone noticing, including the person causing the discomfort. Many of us genuinely believe we're kind, respectful, and easy to get along with, yet we sometimes push people away without realizing it. Emotional intelligence is not about charm or charisma. It's about awareness. It's about understanding how your actions, your words, and even your habits influence others, and adjusting when necessary. Let's start by breaking down 10 common low emotional intelligence habits that can quietly damage relationships, destroy trust, and make social interactions heavier than they need to be. And I'll show you how to fix them step by step so you can become someone people actually enjoy being around. The first habit is interrupting people mid-sentence. Some people think that jumping in while someone else is talking shows enthusiasm or engagement. They might believe that contributing quickly keeps the conversation moving. But what the other person hears is, what you're saying isn't important. Let me tell you something more important. Interrupting is one of the most common ways to make others feel unheard and disrespected. In meetings, classrooms, or casual conversations, people who interrupt often do so without malice, but the impact is the same. The key fix is simple: pause, let people finish their thoughts, and practice the patience to listen fully before responding. Conversation is not a race, it's a rhythm. The second habit is turning every conversation into a debate. You know the type, someone responds to almost every comment with "actually," or "well, I don't agree," or "not exactly." They might believe this makes them sound logical, analytical, or assertive, but the result is exhausting. Every conversation becomes a tug of war, and people start avoiding these interactions because they're simply too tiring. Healthy discussion is valuable. Constant contradiction, however, drains energy and leaves people frustrated. Not every comment needs your correction or counterpoint. Sometimes the most powerful response is simply, "That's interesting. Tell me more." Next is oversharing negativity. Everyone goes through stress and needs to vent occasionally. But some people make every conversation about their frustrations, their work, their relationships, their problems. They unload their emotions onto others without checking in, assuming that others can absorb it. People aren't emotional dumpsters. Constant negativity drains the patience of even the kindest individuals. The fix is simple, but often overlooked. Share your struggles, yes, but ask first, is now a good time to vent? This gives others the choice to engage, creating space for healthy, balanced support rather than emotional exhaustion. Another major habit is making jokes that hurt more than they entertain. Humor can be one of the strongest tools for building connection, but it can also alienate if misused. Some people think they're funny when they joke about someone else's insecurities, about their appearance, their weight, their background, or their relationship status. And if someone shows discomfort, the usual response is, "Relax, it's just a joke. You're too sensitive." This response shifts the blame to the person who got hurt, rather than acknowledging the impact of the joke. Real humor unites. It doesn't humiliate. Make people laugh without making anyone feel small, and you'll naturally draw others toward you. Closely related is the fifth habit, exposing someone's embarrassing past in public. Picture being at a social event with friends or coworkers when someone casually brings up a private story, like a breakup, a mistake, or an awkward experience. Your body tenses, you force a smile, and you hope it ends quickly. Public exposure creates discomfort and erodes trust. The person doing it may think they're adding to conversation, but the truth is, they're embarrassing someone and damaging a relationship. Public respect builds private loyalty. Never bring up someone's past unless they lead the conversation. Habit number 6 is chronic lateness. Occasionally running late is normal. Life happens. But when someone is habitually late, the message is clear: my schedule matters more than yours. Time is one of the most tangible ways we demonstrate respect in both professional and personal settings. Being consistently late communicates that other people's time is not valuable to you, whether you intend it or not. Respecting the clock is respecting people. The solution is straightforward. Plan ahead, leave earlier, and treat punctuality as an act of consideration, not convenience. The seventh habit is bragging disguised as concern. This one is subtle. A person might say, "You're still using that phone? Mine just upgraded last week." Or, "You're still renting? I just bought a new place." On the surface, these statements sound like casual concern, but they're really about showing off. Disguised bragging creates discomfort because it implicitly compares others to yourself. The fix is awareness. Celebrate achievements when appropriate, but avoid using them to make others feel inferior. Genuine care and interest are far more valuable than subtle competition. Next is refusing to apologize. Emotional intelligence is measured by how you handle mistakes. Some people deny, deflect, justify, or even blame others to avoid saying, "I'm sorry." Yet a sincere apology can rebuild trust instantly. Avoiding accountability only erodes relationships over time. Protecting your ego doesn't help anyone. Instead, practice saying, "I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done that," and mean it. Apologies are not weakness, they are strength. Habit 9 is criticizing loved ones in front of others. This occurs in families, workplaces, and social settings. Publicly reprimanding a partner, child, or colleague can be humiliating. While it may seem like authority or leadership is being demonstrated, the real effect is the erosion of dignity. The emotionally intelligent approach is to correct privately and praise publicly. Public praise strengthens bonds, while public criticism strains them. Respect in front of others creates trust in private. The final habit is only taking and never giving back. This person asks for favors constantly, takes opportunities, resources, or support, but never reciprocates. Over time, people naturally withdraw. Relationships rely on reciprocity. Being one-sided may feel advantageous in the short term, but it costs long-term trust and goodwill. Fixing this habit requires conscious effort. Show appreciation, return the gesture, and actively support others when you can. Relationships thrive when giving and receiving are balanced. Let me share a personal story. A few years ago, I recognized that many of these behaviors were part of my own life. I was impulsive in conversations, argumentative without cause, and overly eager to prove my knowledge. I wasn't aware of the ways I pushed people away. It took a year of reflection, feedback, and conscious practice to change my habits. The result? Stronger relationships, more meaningful professional connections, and a deeper understanding of myself. Emotional intelligence isn't innate, it's cultivated. Awareness is the first step, and intentional change follows. Emotional intelligence is not about being artificially nice. It's not about pleasing everyone or avoiding conflict. It's about respect for time, for feelings, for boundaries, and for dignity. It's about noticing small cues, the tone in someone's voice, the tightening of their jaw, the slight hesitation in their words. Awareness allows you to adjust in real time, creating interactions that feel smooth and considerate rather than strained and uncomfortable. From today, start practicing this awareness. Before you speak, ask, "Will this hurt someone?" Before you act, ask, "Will this inconvenience someone?" Listen attentively, empathize genuinely, and take the time to understand perspectives different from your own. These habits don't just prevent mistakes, they actively build trust, connection, and mutual respect. Being emotionally intelligent doesn't mean being perfect. It means being mindful. It means recognizing that your words and actions have consequences. It means choosing to make interactions easier and more comfortable for others. And when you consistently act with awareness and respect, the world responds positively in return. People engage with you more openly, opportunities grow, and relationships deepen. So here's the challenge. Pick one of these 10 habits that resonates most with you and commit to changing it this week. Observe how people respond when you start speaking, acting, and interacting differently. Notice the subtle shifts in conversations, in trust, in connection. Small changes compound over time, and soon your relationships will reflect the emotional intelligence you've cultivated. If this video helped you gain clarity, hit like, share it with a friend who could benefit, and comment below with a habit you're going to work on first. And if you want more practical insights to grow your communication, mindset, and relationships, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. Remember, emotional intelligence isn't about being the most charming or the most persuasive person in the room. It's about being someone who makes people feel respected, safe, and valued. When you do that, your world opens up in ways you never expected. Start today and watch how the small changes transform your relationships and your life.